Hi, my name is Amy Pham, and today I'm going to be talking about the Phenomenological Theory, and this is a theory of deviance. One of the key founders is Alfred Schutz, I think that's how you pronounce it, and he found this theory in 1962. So what is the theory? Basically, it considers the subjective experience of the deviant. It dives into the person's consciousness, their perceptions, and their attitudes about their own behavior. So this theory argues that in order to fully understand what deviance is, we need to start looking from the inside out. And this goes against the positivist theory, which claims that you should look at the subject as an object in order to find the causal factors of that deviant behavior. But it goes against that theory because it emphasizes that by claiming to be objective in viewing the person as an object, you are in reality just projecting your own preconceptions of the deviant as an object. So you're not really getting to the heart of what it really is. And again, re-emphasizing my first point, understanding that the deviant is a human with real experiences is the key to understanding deviant behavior itself. Subjectivism is the key to deviant reality. So positivists, according to phenomenologist theorists, they use an abstract meaning to define deviance. So it does not acknowledge the concrete situations the deviant is involved in. They employ their own form of subjectivity by choosing to view the deviant person as an object, and it does not dive into the true experience within the deviant himself, herself is experiencing. So by projecting this form of objectivism, you're using a construct of the second degree. You're not really getting to what deviance really is, and to fully understand it, you have to look from within and analyze it using a construct of the first degree, which would be applying methods such as ethnography. So this is how the theory is applied. Ethnography is a style of research that seeks to understand the meanings people ascribe from their experiences. So I've listed a couple of different ethnographic studies. I'll go through them briefly. Harold Garfinkel in 1967, he interviewed a transgender woman named Agnes, and he found that Agnes, despite societal norms of what normal is, she viewed herself as normal even though she was objectively different. So if we were only to approach it from a positive positivist perspective, then we would view her behavior as abnormal. But if we look from her perspective, she doesn't view it as abnormal. She sees herself just the same as anyone else would see themselves. Jack Katz in 1988 found that criminals and murderers view themselves and their deviance in normal ways. They view themselves as superior to their victims, and they see their actions as defending their dignity, their ideologies, and their respectability. Kind of similar to the Katz study, Candace Skrapik in 2001 found that while the act of murdering, so we're here, is seen as deviant by most others, serial killers did not view themselves as deviant. Quote unquote, they eat breakfast just like the rest of us. Angus Vale, 2004, found that tattoo collectors viewed their tattoos as they would view their cars, their hairstyle, their clothes. They did not regard their tattoos as unusual. And then finally, Thomas Cottle, 2004, analyzed the suicide of an 18-year-old girl. The suicide victim herself faced a lot of difficult experiences, and from her perspective, life was painful, and she struggled a lot. But from the perspective of her family and friends, she seemed normal. So all this is to say that if we use the phenomenological approach, or use ethnography, you'll see that there's a different story presented through this theory, rather than if we just use the positivist theory. Evaluating the theory, it encourages sociologists to view the deviant person with understanding and enables a broader perspective. So positivist theory can be a bit narrow, and this kind of encourages us to encompass the individual as a whole. It's a unique theory, but not necessarily a superior one to the other theories, and kind of depends on what you're looking for. Different methods, value systems, and sensitivity to the human experience. All this is to say each theory has something different to offer, the meanings of deviance, and this particular theory is only one of the many. But it is unique and it is valuable. And this is my works cited here. Thank you for watching my presentation on phenomenological theory. Let me stop this here.